Hello and welcome to the First Drinks Association Sustainability Council interview. I'm Paul Schnell from Coca-Cola Euro Pacific Partners, and today I'm joined by Shae, Courtney, National Quality and Sustainability Manager for Coles Liquor Group.
Hi, Paul.
Welcome, Shae.
Thank you very much. Great to be here.
There's a lot of stuff happening in sustainability spaces. We're already into the second month of the year, and I might just start by asking you, what's exciting you most about working in this field within the drinks industry?
I think it's a really good question. I think it's probably the innovation that we see in the drinks industry has always kept me very focused on beverages, and that is no different in the sustainability space. So we see significant innovation, producers across the board, both on the alcoholic and non-alcoholic side of the industry. They continue to challenge the status quo. And I think for me, that really keeps me very interested in what we're doing. How can we better serve the customer?
Yeah, great. And so what's your big focus for this year from a sustainability perspective, and what's the end objective?
I think it focuses on partnership. So partnerships with like-minded organisations, with our supply partners, with third parties and not-for-profit organisations. We've just announced a very successful partnership with Lion and 4X Tropical. That follows hot on the heels of one of our other partnerships with Australian Vintage and Nepenthe Elevation. And then there's a myriad of other partnerships that we have in the works. So what we're looking for there is really to work closely with a supplier that really partners with us on a collaborative piece of work that might be for a short period of time. It might just be for summer, as some of the partnerships have been for us, or indeed it could be something for a longer term focus. But partnership, collaboration to really deliver on our shared objectives in sustainability.
Yeah, great. So let's talk longer term then. So what are the kind of the maybe top three goals that you've got for the organisation over the next, say, 5 years or so in this space?
Well, I think if you look at what Coles Group is doing at a broader organisational level right across the business, and Coles Liquor is reflective of that, what we're looking at is really partnering with our suppliers to help meet our mutual obligations and targets as we've stated. So really what that means is helping us to meet and really get to our net zero ambitions. It also means that we've got a fully mapped emissions component to our supply base, and really we're looking for products that excite our customers and deliver a sustainability benefit. So where you've got the intersection between a product that really delivers from a commercial perspective, but also gives the customer something that they don't currently have and helps us meet a sustainability objective. And really that can be quite broad, but it could be something along the lines of the work that we've done. If you look at the work that we've done with Local Brewing Co as an example, so that's taken some what would have been waste bread or waste fruit from our supermarket operations and recreated that into a higher value product in the form of a beer product that ultimately saves that waste from going to compost. So it's looking at opportunities to really get the highest value for some of those products that would otherwise go to a lower value use like compost, and really offer the customer something unique.
Yeah, and I guess the example you've given there, you see that as having a distinct commercial impact, obviously, as well, because you are taking something that's already been used or
Yes.
isn't being used and turning it into something useful. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it has to deliver. I mean, we are focused on ensuring that we range products that work for our customers and continue to attract new customers to our stores. And so that really should be a symbiotic relationship between the commercial side and the product ranging is right, but it also means that it helps us meet our sustainability objectives as well as those from our supply partners as well. So I think there's a real opportunity there to look at how our current ranging can support those objectives. And if you look at what we're doing across, as a business, what we're doing across our private label and exclusive liquor brands, we're looking at significant packaging improvements over time. So that's things like lightweighting our bottles, removing embellishments from certain products, ensuring that there's higher recyclability and higher recycled content. And so by the end of FY25, we will have appraised all of our own brand and exclusive liquor brands for packaging simplification, with a view that that will support really strong packaging best practice over the coming years.
Yeah, great. And let me change gears here then on you, and that's obviously what you guys have been doing in the space. Interested to know some of the challenges you've faced in the ESG space and how you've gone about overcoming it and then turning it to a positive impact for the organisation, because there's obviously lots of challenge in this area.
Yes, I think that we are in incredibly challenging economic times, and really the ability for customers to invest in sustainable products that may command a premium is diminished. So you need to look at how you can create a product that is appropriately priced, that's got the right campaign and the right support behind it, and that is really attractive from a customer perspective. And that's very challenging when economic times are difficult. You see customers retreat to safe harbors of products that are perceived to be good value, where there's an ability to ensure that there's consistency and quality. And I think that's a challenge for sustainability, particularly those products that lead just with sustainability as the kind of primary message. You really need to be looking at products that build sustainability into the business as usual component, so that customers understand that they're getting something that is doing some good for the planet, but is also not hurting their hip pocket.
Yeah, so I'm hearing that commercial, undertone coming through again there, that, we need to lead with sustainability, but it has to tie back to the business cues of making a profit or being attractive to the consumer, not just being.
Yeah, I think so. I think so, Paul. And there are plenty of opportunities for us to look at that through those partnerships. And it might be, if you think of some of the not-for-profit organisations that align so well with many of the Drinks Association members, as well as the major retailers such as Coles, you really can see some natural opportunities there. And I think that's something that those shared objectives that we all sort of hold dear are really going to be front of mind going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess with the ESG part in mind, what would you like to see change in this sustainability landscape, the things that could positively impact what we're trying to do here?
I think clarity on what is required of all parties, including our work with suppliers for our shared agenda. So by that, I mean, we're making some very strong progress on our emissions reporting component that we've discussed in recent times. That's designed, and we'll have more to say on this in the coming months. But really, that program of work is designed to ensure that it's easy to do business with Coles, and by that we mean that we're removing the barriers and the complexity of working with us. And we know that we're not the only business in the Australian market, or indeed globally, asking our suppliers to support us on key parts of sustainability. So how can we make that a more seamless process for suppliers? I think that's really important in terms of the ease of doing business with us as a significant customer. I think the other piece really is simply more progress. We would like to see more progress in sustainability. We think there is always more to do in this space, and so that is a challenge for all of us to continue to step up and challenge the status quo, and to look at opportunities that really, yes, deliver for the customer, but look at opportunities that deliver on our commitment to the planet as well.
Yeah, and I know that recently there's been some discussion talking about customers around the role of trust marks and validation claims.
Yes.
Can you talk to the importance that your organisation's placing on that?
Well, we place significant emphasis on trust marks across our business, and that goes for both the grocery side and the liquor side of Coles. If Coles Liquor specifically, and trust marks that exist in the alcohol space, we know that the New Zealand wine industry, for example, is incredibly successful at sustainable, at marketing and building awareness of sustainable wine growing New Zealand. Most New Zealand products carry that trust mark, and it's well recognised in the marketplace. So those trust marks are very important. I think the key question for all of us is the impact of those trust marks on purchasing decisions. Is there awareness of the trust mark in the marketplace, and do they have an impact on purchasing decisions? As in, are they more likely to encourage consumers to purchase that product? And I think those are really the two key questions. So building awareness of trust marks and really building the trust within the certification framework is really important. And that means ensuring that you have a really rigorous trust mark. Ultimately, customers rightly expect that the trust marks the products carry have a very high standard of assurance behind them, and that is ultimately what builds trust within the scheme and supports the broader objective of awareness, and ultimately that when you're buying that product, you really are making a difference.
Yeah, none more so than in our space than any other, I would think. Shae, Courtney, thank you very much for your time today.
It's a pleasure, Paul.
We'll talk to you again soon. Thanks.
Thank you. Thanks very much.